Yeah, Ebony, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
You out here hanging out with us at the Hangout right now.
Hanging out at the Hangout.
That's what we do. I'm glad you came.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Definitely. So, yeah. You over here.
I'm happy to be here. Hanging out at the Hangout. I'm here with Rod, Mathematics, S.STREET Media.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Check this out. My name is Mathematics.
And I am Rod, a.k.a. Get Fitty.
And this is the Hangout. Peace, family, and tribe, and everyone who connects with us and vibes out with us at the Hangout. I don't know what episode this is, so we're just gonna label it August 2nd.
Okay.
2024.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Make sure you like, comment, and share. We need y'all to do that. If you're not doing that, you're being a ghost rider, a.k.a. a ghost follower. And we definitely don't respect those. This is a Pause Goes On. Also, shout out to our S.STREET Media family.
Yes.
Every show that's on S.STREET Media, besides the Hangout, a.k.a. Promotions, we are the plug. We got a new show coming now with the Mazuma Mob. Also, Yeet Talks.
Yes.
The Billionaires. Let's Talk About It. The Grown Man Show. So many shows. We even got Ebony J coming back to S.STREET Media.
Yeah.
So
Surprise.
You already know. If it was hand claps, yeah. We don't have our sound effects, so we are the sound effects. Always rest in peace to Woody Wood.
Yes, rest in peace.
The third member of the Hangout. He's one of the people that helped start this. And now it's like a year later. I think we made it a year.
We still here.
Yeah, so shout out to my man, Woody Wood. Rest in peace, or rest in paint to my man, Woody Wood. So, how you feeling, God?
I'm feeling good. I feel really good. I had some rest. I didn't have to work too hard. I'm trying to do this summer thing, trying to get some, but it was to be raining.
Yeah, rain today was crazy.
Yeah, I be trying to enjoy the day sometimes, and just rain just messes it up. I don't know why, but yeah.
I was on my way here, and it was like, psh. I'm like, damn. Can you stand the rain?
They've been saying it was going to rain for like 2-3 weeks. This major crazy storm.
And it don't come in the day it's supposed to be.
They hyped it up. It's been 2 weeks. I've been following this so-called storm for like 2 weeks. It was supposed to happen on the weekend, like 2 weeks ago. Then it moved to Monday. They kept moving it. They kept moving it. A weather person, a.k.a. a forecaster. A forecaster tells you a lot. A forecaster is almost equivalent to a fortune teller.
Okay.
A forecaster, that means like educated guest.
Right.
So, that I don't be following weather. Don't watch it.
I just can't catch it either. Like it don't. Like you said, it don't happen the day it's supposed to. They push it back. Then they say, "Oh, no rain," but in your area though. Right. How you do that?
They have you buying black bags and gray tape.
And
that's
ponchos.
it.
Every 2 weeks, whenever they feel that or whenever they say a storm is gonna come.
Walking outside with an umbrella, you don't even need
it. You don't need it.
Yeah.
It be the most sunniest day.
Right.
So I don't mess with the forecasters. So myself, life has been lifing as always. I've been just trying to get this S.STREET Media thing going on. Speaking about that, we have a few events coming up. We got the art show, The Elephant in the Room, coming up August 29th. That's happening at District 385. We have a lot of dope artists that's going to be involved. We got Cash 4, we got Danny Cortez, we got Giz, pardon me. We got Slash, FTR, we got Deffy, we got Homeless Heart. We have so many dope artists that's going to be involved. So we need y'all to come out, pull up to Ridgewood or Bushwick, whatever you call it.
Just pop out.
Pop Out is going to be a movie. Also, we have an all-white party happening on August 18th. That's happening at $3 Bill. $3 Bill. The venue is crazy.
It is.
The stage looks like the Apollo.
There you go.
That's the best way I could describe it. If you want to be a part of that, hit us up for more details. But that's what I've been doing. I've been working on a lot of these events coming up. We got new shows coming to the station now. Yeah. So just focusing on that. But we got a special guest in the building.
Yeah, special guest.
She is S.STREET Media family. We done said her name already. Yeah. She is S.STREET Media family. She is the person behind the Purpose Radio podcast. That's how she says it. The radio show podcast. She is a person that has also been doing her thing musically, putting out music for a little while now. That's how I actually met her. She goes by the name of Ebony J.
Hey, it's Ebony J. Thank you guys for having me today.
That actually rhymes.
Everything I say rhymes. Let me stop.
Because you would have had to stand up to that. You know that.
You know. Yes. You had to do a freestyle or something.
I know.
Don't put me on the spot.
Well, we glad to have you
happy to be
here on the Hangout.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm happy to hang out with the Hangout boys.
You already know.
Hangout men. You guys are not boys.
Okay, thank you.
You know, the Hangout is like where we have our family and friends and people doing things. Pull up on a Friday night. Come kick it with us. See what they're doing. Just have a great conversation. Hopefully, funny conversation. But also on some serious points. So that's what the Hangout's about. Your family. We're glad to have you here. Yes, but before we get into our conversation with you, we'd like to talk about a couple of things that's happening in this upside down kingdom. Yeah. I mean the world, pardon me.
It is not real.
It is crazy. It's getting to the point that it seems absurd to me. Like certain things, it doesn't surprise me. It's just I just be thinking like, this is like becoming normal. Yeah. The abnormal is becoming normal. It is becoming like a true hell. Yeah. The shit that you see in the movies is like happening on a regular basis now. So I just got to say that, man.
That is definitely what it is happening.
Right?
This is the weirdest things happen, or like even crazy stuff. People doing the most craziest thing. People ride on the subways and things like that. Like, and then you got you just got the people that do crazy things on the subways, and people do crazy things on buses and things like that. And then walking to Manhattan, you're like, is this really happening right now? Like, so that's just like, when I was younger, it wasn't too much of that.
I was about to say that. I'm like, do you think it was worse back in the days of just now we have to watch the surroundings a lot more? Because you definitely have to watch the surroundings now in 2024. Like ever since after COVID, shit done blew the fuck up. Like people been going crazy.
Off camera, we just watched a video.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of a dude masturbating.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
And on a bus that had people on it.
Crowded bus, it seemed like.
And right next to a lady.
Right next to her face, like you was trying to do something.
And no one seen this.
Everybody was oblivious.
I think that people are so unaware. People are so just into their own world.
Yeah.
Whether it be through headphones, whether it be through looking at a phone.
Yeah, social media, phone, whatever.
Or on some drugs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Zoned out.
But that shit was crazy. And was that happening back in the days? I'm assume so because there's nothing new under the sun. But with social media, people and these phones with cameras, I think what was happening in the dark before is happening in the light.
Exactly. Put it out.
So, but the dude was doing this act, recording himself, which is crazy.
More crazy.
But it just shows you that people, you can only pull that off on a bus full of people looking at their phone.
Exactly.
And that shows you that we are so preoccupied by the phone. How you felt about it as a woman?
I felt it was crazy. Like, just watching him next to the woman's face, she was just standing there oblivious. It's like, what were you trying to do? One little turn, and she would have been right on his dick. Like, it was crazy. It was like, whoop, bam, right there, face shot. Like, what was he going to do?
We're not laughing at the situation.
We try to hold back.
We're not laughing at the situation, but that was crazy.
Yeah.
I understand though.
You know what I'm saying? That he's still right there jerking off in front of her. Like, okay, what would have been the ended solution if nobody would have stopped you, or if you would have saw nobody watching you? You would have busted on her face. Like, what the fuck is your? Like, what are you trying to do?
That actually happened recently.
Yeah,
that actually happened
inside of a store. Yeah,
inside of a store.
Happened?
A dude masturbated and he ejaculated on her leg.
Oh my God.
That was like a probably a month ago.
Yeah.
Wow. What is up with these guys? What is up with these guys? That's something you do sacred in your home by yourself. Nobody watching.
She said sacred.
I'm not trying to make y'all laugh. I'm serious. I'm like, what is going on with these guys? Like, come on.
I don't know how you put sacred and masturbation in the same sentence. I can say intimate.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But sacred, that's different. That's different.
That's something.
No,
that sacred act of masturbating.
Yes.
That sounded crazy. Okay.
My bad, fellas.
But yeah, that's definitely one thing going on. Recently, a gunman tried to rob a mahjong parlor in Chinatown.
Oh, they got bread in them spots.
What is a mahjong?
It's like they style of like dominoes type thing, and they gotta match certain things, and it's gambling involved and everything like that.
Oh, you be knowing that shit. Because I definitely never knew what that was.
Yeah.
It was mad ladies. They showed the video,
and
it was mad ladies playing a game. I'm assuming, and so that's what it is.
Yeah.
And so he stuck that up. He grabbed all the ladies' pocketbooks from there, and then when he ran out, 2 sergeant police officers who was called about the robbery encounters him, and he shot at both of them. He grazed one and he hit one in the nutsack.
Hey, yo.
What's the proper way of saying that? He got shot in his genitals.
He got shot in the groin.
Yeah.
The groin.
Groin.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's all right.
Pause too.
Anatomies. Pause.
Yes. So the dude is being charged with 2 attempted murders and robbery. The dude name is Dorset.
Dorset.
This happened in Chinatown. I'm not surprised about that either.
I didn't think they
Not
had.
That's
surprised.
kind of a dumb.
I'm surprised that the cops even came so quick.
Yeah.
That is true.
That's
To catch him on scene.
To catch him
Right,
either on
right,
scene or trying to leave the scene.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that means they was already protected. They was already had somebody out around.
That's
the money spot.
That shit is on. That shit is on the books.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
I can imagine that being true. Because the police don't come that fast to catch the nigga actually like leaving the act.
Spot, yeah.
Yeah, that was fast. Unless he was slow.
He was quick to the draw. He shot both of them.
Yeah, that is true.
that right
and
there.
they was sergeants. And they was sergeants.
Two sergeants together?
Yeah.
Detective sergeants?
On the scene.
On the scene?
After the robbery.
After the robbery. Or
right there waiting.
Right there. But they didn't get killed. They didn't get killed, though. They got grazed and shot in the groin. Like, that was... Shot in the groin.
Shot in the groin, basically, that was me. I would have died.
Hit with anything close to that part,
I would have died.
But
catching a hair in your zipper is a piece of your private part in the zipper is enough to shake a high off.
Pause. Any part of the Franken beans?
Yeah, man. I got caught in that as a kid. That was crazy, man. That was crazy. Some real what's that? Something about Mary shit.
Yeah.
Word.
That's crazy.
But New York is becoming like Gotham City, man.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
It's like some real, fucking. Again, I like to use this this analogy, but Mad Max-ish, which I just watched Road Warrior last week. Is still a fucking classic movie. me and my moms watched that one. Me and my moms watched Road Warrior. And that's part 2 in the Mad Max series, if you don't know.
Yeah, I like Mad Max.
And it's still a mother effing banger.
Yeah.
Still, man. Still. But New York is becoming like this. What's the movie that Denzel was in where he's blind?
Blind?
Yeah, and that was a great movie, man. Ezekiel? What's the name of the movie that he's blind? At the end of the movie, you don't find out till he's blind. Like, a lot of people didn't know that he's blind. There might be 2 people who didn't know that he was blind in the movie.
Well, in that Bible?
The Bible movie.
Oh, yeah. I think it was Ezekiel or something like that, right?
I forgot.
Yeah.
Whoever watches the show, let us know what movie was Denzel in. And did you know that he was blind in the movie? Because it seems like these 2 didn't know that he was blind. Let me watch it again. I know that was him with the dog and all that. He was blind in the movie, and I know people who didn't know that. So that's not like, I'm not saying that just to say that. People who seen the movie, whatever that name of that movie is,
let you know.
Yeah.
Let you know. I'm gonna go see it again.
But also a gang takedown happened in the Bronx. Operation Muddy Waters. They was going for the Slattery gang, who had like 14 shootings. All these dudes is 25 and younger. Artists was also, they went for actually 2 gangs. One of the gangs was called the Slattery gang. I forgot what the other gang was. It might have been 1200 or something like that. Yeah. And they locked up one of the people that was locked up. These was like the worst of the gang. Yeah. So like these was the shooters. These was the people who was robbing people. The shootings that they showed that they did was crazy.
The randoms and all that.
Female, male, whatever. But this girl Naybenz was like the person who was actually known.
She was active.
And as a rapper, and we went through a couple of her videos. Yeah. She sound like she's a killer.
Yeah, she drilling and
spinning on.
She's drilling.
She's drilling.
It was a drill music.
She's drilling. I can't tell the difference these days who's real and who's fake,
because the way they come off rapping, it sounds like all right, you sound like you really know about what you rapping about.
Obviously she did, because they arrested her in this 100+ something indictment.
That's a lot of people, though, bro.
Yeah, shit is crazy, man.
I done seen indictments all these years that I've been, watching these streets, and I've been seeing indictments to where how you get 150 people indicted.
I saw one with Red Hook.
That is just crazy. Towns that I done been to different states and cities and towns, and the names of all these gangs and crews that they take down. I'm like, how do all of y'all get hit like that? Like
150
in
people.
2006, I was in prison and they was sweeping the projects, different projects in Brooklyn on some like gang or RICO type.
Yeah.
No, it was conspiracy. They was wrapping up a lot of projects and conspiracies. Bushwick Projects was one. Red Hook Projects is one. Albany Projects is one. If I'm fronting, talk about it in the comments.
Yeah.
But I was locked up when they did when they did those three. It was more, but those are the three I remember off the back of my hand. And so the Red Hook dudes I was really close with, and the Bushwick ones. But the Red Hook dudes I was really close with. My man, rest in peace, Squirrel. They had a lot of them in an indictment, and a lot of the people they wasn't even dealing with each other in business. It was just that they was off on the same projects, and they assumed that they was in cahoots.
And that's what it be too. They be trying to look for a weak link because they're like, oh, you can't be over here and not know what somebody else is doing if you do. Nah,
it was like two brothers, man, that was like the top of the top of the thing. I don't know if they were Spanish or Italian. It sounded like their names sounded like, I'm not going to say their names, but I actually know the names. It sounded like it was Spanish or Italian, and basically they was like supplying like a lot of dudes out there. So it's really their indictment, and they just lumped the whole projects under this one indictment. And mad dudes had beef with each other, so they really wasn't working together. They had beef with each other and shit like that. But yeah, this girl, back to this girl, Naybenz. We listen to her music. She sounds like she's a killer.
She a driller.
I mean, she's drilling. And Lisa Evans actually asked her, "Are you a trigger? Are you a trigger?" How did she say it? Are you a trigger man? Are you one of the trigger man? Or are you one of the people pulling triggers? And she basically said F you and SMD.
Yeah. All of those phrases.
One guy was like, I love you.
One was like, bow, 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 bow. He kept saying it like 100 times. Bow, 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 bow.
That's going to be his claim to fame to go to jail?
Yeah.
Yo, back in the days, you used to like tuck your head.
Tuck your head, put your hoodie on.
The reason why you did that, see, you could tell like a lot of these criminals ain't.
Be like the walk of shame.
No, the reason why an experienced criminal would know that you want to walk with your head down. There's a reason why. There's actually a reason why. The reason why is that I thought, maybe it could be different for others, but you might have did some other crimes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you don't want to be on the news showing who you are.
And then they be like, that's
and you done did other crimes.
Right.
I'm getting locked up for this one, but I shot this nigga over here. I robbed this nigga over here. And so if I'm walking with my head shown and they be like, oh, that's a dude who robbed me. Right. Or that's a...
Right.
Exactly.
So that's what the head down. When a nigga put his head, when a dude put his head down, you know that he's serious. Like the dude with the cops, the shooting of the two cops, he did that.
Yep.
Yeah.
He did that. He made sure, he really tried to make sure you couldn't see who he was.
Yo, put me in a white suit or something.
Yeah, like he really when you see a nigga going out of his way, that means he might got some other shit going on.
Extra.
But a lot of things is happening. New York is crazy, but we're gonna step out of New York.
Zoo York, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna step out of Zoo York. I like that. And we gonna let's go to Florida. Florida, they locked up the people who killed Julio Fulio.
Oh.
I don't know if we spoke about Julio Fulio's killing. We did. So they locked up the dudes who killed Julio Fulio. And if I'm not mistaken, it was 4 people were arrested. One is still on the run, I believe.
I think 1 or 2, yeah.
Yeah. 2 was his cousins. They caught one cousin. They caught one cousin. They caught 3 other people. One is a female who was supposedly might have been at the party. And they caught 2 other people that was associated to the shooting. And the shooting they had on like 4K.
Yeah.
Right.
From what I'm hearing, from what I seen, I think that the cameras, besides that, on the ones that's in the parking lot, they said that Teslas have cameras on them. So when you if you walk past and you too close, it will automatically come on.
Yes.
So it must have been more than so besides their cameras in the parking lot, they had these camera views from the Tesla, which was like the person is right here shooting. It was like shooting in 4K.
Yep. Looking like
it looked like
a video game type.
A Call of Duty type shit. You saw the setup, you saw the go down. And so they caught 4 of them, real dramatic. It was raining for one dude getting locked up.
Pulling them out with t-shirts on.
Yeah, the female was crazy.
Was she pregnant or something like that?
I don't know. That was for the New York ones.
All right.
Yeah.
So it was crazy, man. And they're saying that it wasn't even the crews that's beefing is KTA and ATK.
And they've been beefing
Killed them all is KTA, which is Julio Fulio one.
Yeah.
And so ATK, which is Young Green, is his name. Young Green. I believe is the leader of that one. Ace Green or Young Ace Green, some shit like that, is the leader of that one. Julio is the leader of the other one. And so one person, I believe, is connected to ATK. The other ones is from another killing that Julio Fulio bragged about but didn't do. During a high school football game, a shooter came and killed somebody on the football field.
Oh, wow.
Live in front of everybody.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
And it was like a very famous dude or something like Young Wise. And so the cousins of that dude is the one that is the Murphy. I believe the last name is Murphy. Is the one that killed Julio Fulio. And so they're saying that Julio Fulio had a song where he be naming all the people that the crew got killed, and he said their name, and he said that he was smoking on
on
that relative. Yeah. So they got locked up. You know what I mean? So they didn't last long.
Nah, they said they've been beefing for like almost 10 years already.
Yeah.
So this has been going on for a minute. So they was waiting for him to come back to the town.
Yeah. They say that, and I believe we spoke on this before. If he didn't, they say that he was intoxicated. Julio Fulio, who don't drink, was intoxicated, inebriated, right? And that they followed him from 2 places, from 2 hotels, that they was following him. And so you could tell that these dudes was really off point this day. From what I'm hearing, they're militant. Usually they're militant, but for this occasion,
everybody was off.
Yeah. So that's crazy, man. So they're gonna spend the rest of their lives more likely than not in prison.
Right.
We watched before we came on pause before the show started. Yeah, before the show.
She's like,
you never been in the pause goes on. And there's a lot of controversy over the pause thing too about grown men saying it. I really don't give a F. And I'm trying to stop cursing.
I'm trying to stop cursing too. When I get uncomfortable, I just be cursing a lot. I gotta calm
Nah, but know what it is? The money. If you want to get the money in podcasting, you can't curse. You can't curse. That's the truth.
And music too.
You gotta edit it. You're gonna have to edit it. You're gonna have to clean up clean up the.
I'm like,
so we want the money. That's why they didn't play the music either in the beginning, because you get a copyright strike on the video, and we got that on most of these videos. So trying to just think more business like these days.
Right.
But yeah. So we was before the show. We was watching a video. Asian rapper. Yeah. Khantrast. How y'all feeling about his music and the song? What's the name of it? Brooklyn. Something in Brooklyn. Landing in Brooklyn. Something like that. Yeah. So how y'all feel about the song?
The song wasn't bad. It was entertaining to see an Asian rapper doing some type of drill music. That's exactly what was going on. Exactly. Asian rapper doing drill music.
It sounded good.
It sounded good, right? Like, it sounded good. He had some bars in there. I'm like, okay, it's catchy, it's good. He had a lot of support from people behind him.
Very catchy. Very. The first time I heard it, I was like, oh, I looked it up.
I heard it like 3 times. I'm like, okay, I like it. It's cool. I like it.
How you feel about it, Rod?
I said it's cool. It's cool. When I first seen it, probably last week, or when they was like doing the making of it online, because they was showing it, like how they was making it, because they wanted to be a big thing.
Yeah.
But when I was watching, I was like, it was, the idea was good. The play on, where he was dressed.
You think it's gimmicky?
Yeah, it was gimmicky. That's me looking at a label point of view and how he's trying to market himself to put him out there and be like, oh, all right. But you can tell he's regular. Yeah. He's regular.
You think he's authentic? Is regular authentic? Is what you're saying? I'm asking. I don't know.
He probably been amongst the people long enough to know the aspects of what this drill music is doing.
What to say.
Exactly, that too. But that song right there is a vibey song.
The vibey song.
And if I didn't see him,
you would have been like,
I would have been like, all right, he sounded like kids in the street now, like just regularly doing this music. But now when I watch and then I see how they put him out there and how everybody got his back, and then you that make you want to listen to the lyrics now.
Yeah.
And now once I listen, I'm like, all right, now it's catchy because it's something everybody could sing now.
Yeah.
And it got wittiness to it because you like, oh.
Definitely like the wittiness of the song.
So that right there.
Noodles, he had a little hat
he be like,
and then he sat there eating
like going to my
fried rice while he rapping too on it. So you gotta like, is he really in the hood doing this? Like, but you gotta see, like, we've been dealing with the Chinese in the hood so long. I'm surprised they
took that long.
Yeah, to come out like that. But I understand certain people don't want to overstep their bounds, and then some people in the hood don't want to accept too much. And the ones that do accept, they be all right until the ghost followers come around and want to jump on the bandwagon. They be like, oh yeah, we been on, like, but is this really what you want to listen to, or you just on it because they doing it now?
I was watching this podcast and she was saying how basically the Asian rap culture is taking over, and she was talking about, is it what do you call it?
K-pop.
Is it culture? Is it
culture vultures? Something like that?
Are they being culture vultures to black music because they just taking over and want to rap like us, sound like us, dress like us, look like us?
Remember, they really doing.
But that doesn't take away from Khantrast and his music video that we're talking about right now. It was a good music video.
Good music video.
Sounded good, looks good. Congrats to you. Let's see what else you got.
Yeah.
Sidebar to what you were saying. I think that most coaches look at
black
whatever we do and want to tap in.
Trendy,
not no one particular.
Everybody,
that's
a fact.
We kind of set the trend. Whatever's popping with us pops around the world.
Yeah.
Even when it's negative. Positive or negative. Yep. We started rap and we brought that West Coast gangbanging around the world.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? With the same speed. Exactly. You know, so we set the trend. I like the Guard's music, man. Yeah. We listened to another song.
Yeah.
And so the song really wasn't that vibe.
No.
It was something different. Yeah. And so I like that he's not a drill rapper.
There you go.
Yeah, he's doing what he do in different genres of rap. So I definitely, it's even in the same field of like, you know, Accorday, who we was watching today. We watched him do I listened to a song that he did with Lil Wayne, and then I listened to a song he did with Dirk and her. And it was two different worlds. Yeah. Right. You know what I mean? Same artist though. Yeah. But two different worlds, man. And I enjoyed both of them. I think the Dirk one was kind of more commercially. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Commercial, and the Wayne one was the both Wayne ones to me was like real like lyrical shit. Pardon self. Lyrical. It was more on the lyrical side, more than the commercial side.
All right.
So that's what I like. Yeah. We also watched today. We're going through music. And we haven't talked about music too much on a Hangout in a minute. So we're just going through some music, and especially music that just been running across across social media recently. Yeah. Also, shout out to our comrade Worldorama. He just dropped a new video. I was at his album release party, pool party, last Sunday. It was fire. But he dropped a new song. The EP he dropped is called The Link in Between Volume 8. It's featuring Weirdy Wolf, himself, D.A. Johnson, and others. So great.
You got the whole crew on there.
Yeah, shout out to Autumn doing what they do.
Definitely.
They all S.STREET Media family. Yeah. But this song that he got called Tough Times, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
Tough Times is hard.
Yeah. I like the song. The first time Worldorama played it for me, I definitely connected with the song immediately. 3-4 weeks later, I'm still singing the song. Yeah. I'm really swayed, or I'm really leaning into the hook crazy. D.A. Johnson killed it. Worldorama with the lyrics, like that kind of describes what D.A. Johnson is talking about. Yeah. A great gumbo of MCing, reggaeton. Yeah. You know, good synergy between these two. And so I really like the song, man. And the video is, I told Worldorama himself, is one of my favorite videos from him ever. And I'm a fan of Queens Get the Money. I'm a fan of Go Baby. I'm a fan, like, he have other videos that I like, but this one tops all of them to me. So did y'all listen to the song?
Yeah, I heard the song. Definitely liked the song. It's a good song. The video was nice. I like the concept of the video, everything that you did. You could tell it wasn't just a regular video, let me stand in front of the camera and rap. It was like well thought out. He had his sons in it, which I thought was nice.
Oh, that was dope too. He
showed the different ages of him growing up, so as a young boy to a grown man, still going through the tough times, like it says in the song. So it was really dope. I really liked it. Shout out to you, World.
Shout out to you, World.
How you feel about it, God?
Yo, it just took me back. The same way the video would take you back, the way the song progressed, and even the hook. Like you said, the hook and the chorus, I'm like,
the hook is catchy like a mother.
Yo, I could vibe with this. I could bump this in my car for real. Right. So that's why I was like, yeah, my man World did his thing, definitely.
So shout out to World. We want to. If y'all didn't see the video, go on YouTube. It's called Tough Times by D.A. Johnson and World A Rama. It looks like World Drama. World Drama.
That's it.
Look it up. Make sure you like, comment, and share
it.
That joint.
Tag me if you have to, and I'll share it with you.
What you call it? We was also watching before we came on Tiny Desk.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of this stuff.
If you never watched Tiny Desk, a lot of people haven't.
And they should.
Because I spoke to my mom's about it, and she never heard of Tiny Desk. And so I said, yo, a few people who are pointed towards that direction. It's been going on for a minute now.
Years now, for years.
It really... I tapped in with it during the pandemic. I think the pandemic is when I tapped in, but it's been around before the pandemic. Yep. It is, for the people who may not know, it is a concert that happens in a library. And the library, the stage isn't too big. Pause.
And the library isn't too big either.
Yeah,
it's like a small audience, a small intimate audience. And it's you rapping or singing, doing your thing with a live band behind you.
Yep.
And so we, me and Ab watched. She saw it before, but I just watched it because I seen it on Instagram today. The Locks one.
Oh,
yeah. I saw it on Instagram, so I had to watch that myself. I'm like, hold up, we gonna make it. Hey, I saw that little part. I'm like, they killed it. So I had to go back and watch the whole thing.
Yo, ain't it kind of crazy that we get our news from Instagram?
Isn't it?
Because that's
be the news, but it ain't the news no more. You pick up your phone, that's your newspaper. Ding ding, what's going on?
Oh, I just seen that. Oh, that's on. Oh yeah, and he just go on YouTube and look it up.
That's the crazy part, because I just noticed, like, when I watch the Facebook and YouTube things and all the Instagram stuff, I'm like, there's people out there that's really doing their own reporting. They really out there listening to scan. I'm like, they must be doing this to really get picked up by a network or something, or they just to be like, people, I'm tapping to them because. But I noticed in a lot of towns, especially New York State, there's always one person in the neighborhood that's going around reporting stuff, and they are the credible source to people in that town. I'm like, that's really something. People don't even watch the news in their town no more because that one person is there. Right here, we got now, the Citizen app.
Oh yeah.
And people go listen to that. And it's around the corner. They run outside, take pictures and stuff, and
you know what it is, like, because if you chase it right, there's a bag on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What it is like information chasers. And so if you got a platform that's popping or you want to get popping,
right.
And what's crazy is I just was thinking about doing this myself, but it is, you chase a story, and so what happens is you have a lot of social media platforms getting a story before the television platform does.
Right.
And so they will put it, I seen some shit on Instagram, and then the news don't even talk about it yet. And then the news be talking about referencing the social media platform.
Exactly, showing their clip.
Yeah.
They be like, yo, it basically, the story breaks.
Yeah.
It breaks, and so it becomes viral probably on social media.
But it breaks,
and then that's how the news see it. You know what I mean? And so a lot of stuff, I done seen news break first on social media before the news did. Example, the dude that shot the neighbor from upstairs, remember the dude recently, it was like a couple of months ago, 6-8 months ago, a man, the dude was making noise, said he was making noise, his family, and he came and shot the son. And that was on social media first.
Before it got to
and then the news picked it up. That wasn't the other way around. So that happens a lot.
Yeah. So that's why I know it's a bag behind somebody doing something like that.
People used to watch TMZ, now they watch the Shade Room.
There you go.
So it's the same thing, right? And so what it is let's say for the Hangout, let's say that we start doing news reviews of stories. You know what I mean? Or even review of stories that we came into contact with, or we seen somebody break a story and then we review them breaking a story. So what it is if you're one of the first, like, let's say 100, not even that big. Let's say you're the first 10. If you're the first 10 that crack it, everybody that come to your shit to get it first. So you could get 1 million views because somebody may clip your shit, right? But they don't clip the whole story. They only clip like 10 seconds of it.
That's it.
And so you see where the page come from, and then you go to that page
and repost. And
so what it is they're putting that on YouTube. And so you may get 1 million views on a story, 800,000 views on a story. Exactly. And the news don't even know yet.
Don't even know.
You know what I mean?
Until the next morning.
So
and you done flood the world already.
And you already caked up already. You already did. So do you have a lot of I forgot what they call it. There's an actual name for this type of section on YouTube. Like people are taking. Ebony does a story on. And Ebony interviews Fresher. And then Fresher says some crazy shit about somebody on that interview. Right. Yeah. I reviewed that video with me, like I'm on the bottom of the video and the video is playing. Exactly. And I'm like, this is where Ebony asks the question. And then Fresher answers the question. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Exactly.
There's a genre of YouTube that does that.
Everybody doing that.
There's a word for there's a phrase for it. If you know the phrase, let us know. It's like a review, but it's not called a review.
It's a guy that he does I think his name is
reaction video.
Yeah, reaction. That's it.
Reaction video.
Everybody does reaction
videos. Like this one guy, Bus Moving. Shout out to him because he's doing reaction videos of stars. So all of the power shows, Ghost, Kanan.
He do all
those
his
shows. He do the reviews for it, and he's now getting invited to the parties with them. He meets all of the star characters. All the stuff. Joey Badass fucked with him. Tommy fucked with him. Michael Riley fucked with him. Like everybody from the cast, they see him and they be like, "Oh, I saw your video. I appreciate your video.
Tag,
let's take a picture. Oh, come out to our other event party. 50
That's big right now. That's big right now, and it crosses so many genres. Because you got people who do that for the movies. You got people who do that on old television shows. You got people who do that on baseball cards. You got people. It's every genre there is. They're doing that. So that's huge right now, man. Yeah. The reaction videos.
And they've been doing reaction videos for years, but it's just got so popular now, like to where the whole family sit down and do reaction videos and things like that. Or they got wife and husband. They sit in their bed and react to different things, and they're like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah, everybody have a little play on it. Like Kai Ken, he does stuff in his
Even comedians, they do their own little commentary on certain things, and it be so fun. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I see it."
Yo, since we have a lady on the show today, I think since we returned, we interviewed Kalia Clark. Now we got Ebony J. We did Diz the Icon last week.
Yeah.
If you didn't check it out. S.TREET Media, the Hangout Live.
Yeah.
We interviewed Diz. Who you interviewed last week on our live?
I interviewed Maury Hayes.
Maury Hayes, the New Bronx.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's available on our YouTube page.
Check it out now. Check it out right now.
Yeah, so we did Diz, we did Beans, WB, and
World of Rama.
We did Waterama, and we did one by ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah, and they had Debonair on there.
Yeah, we did. We definitely got a. That's one of the early shows.
Yeah,
That's a funny show too. So since we have a lady in the building, let's talk about females and hip hop.
Females and hip hop.
And the reason why I'm talking about this because Ebony likes to talk a lot of female hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Her being a female artist.
Yeah.
And even one of her stories today, it was about a group called 41. She said I didn't know who they was, but the chick that was with them, I know her music. So she's very aware of what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And so I want to ask you, from your perspective,
right.
How do you feel about the state of hip hop when it comes to women?
Mm-hmm.
I think the women is taking over. The women are doing very good right now. I think that we have some good female rappers out there right now. We have some. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm not gonna get in trouble, but I would say I don't want to say corny, but we have some distasteful female rappers, and we also have like some dope female rappers. A lot of dope female rappers are coming out right now. Female rappers at a high rate. I don't think we ever had this much female rappers in the game in a long time, or at any point in the career. I don't think I've been this much female rappers ever. Ever. So that's definitely shout out to us females for doing great. I love the females from New York, from out of town, from all over. As long as you're doing your thing, you're doing your thing. Like, and me being a female, I feel like the female rappers all keep up with the other female rappers to like see how it's going and see how they doing. Like, I've been watching for a long time, and I'm like, shout outs to you, you know? So yeah.
So how you feeling about it, man? Who you feel who's catching your attention now?
Okay, so
female wise.
I definitely like Lola Brooke.
Okay.
From Brooklyn.
She's from the hood. She around the corner right now.
Right. I like Lola Brooke. I like Billy B.
Oh yeah, she cool.
Billy B is so cool.
Yeah, she around the corner too.
Yep. I like both of them. They got me with Don't Play With It, Don't Play It, because they both killed that. What? When that song came out, I'm like, I never heard two verses. That's so fucking dope. Like, you hear one verse from another person, that shit dope. Then you hear the other verse, the second verse, that shit is dope. The fucking chorus is dope. I'm like, yo, this whole song is phenomenal. It may have took some time to like really catch their attention and get the gratitude that it was supposed to. But that's a dope song. That's gonna be a staple song for her. I like Kaya Baby out of Queens. I appreciate her. Kaya Baby.
That's the
Kaya Baby dope. I like her. I like the way she performs and stuff.
I see you wrote that into my notes.
Yes, I did. This is my paper now. Now let me start.
Who's Young Devin here?
Young Devin. She's a female rapper out of Brooklyn. She's dope. Her name Young Devin. She younger, but she's signed, I believe, and she's dope. Dark-skinned female doing her thing. She switches it up and do reggae sometimes too.
Okay.
She's Trinidadian, I think. She may be Trinidadian. Now I said Trinidadian. I gotta give it up to Chrissy Brands. Chrissy Brands. She's dope.
She from my hood.
I'm about to just say everything.
What about Connie Diamonds?
Connie Diamond. I like Connie Diamond. Yep. Connie Diamonds. She had.
I think we spoke about. Did we speak about her before? I think we did. For that song that she did with Remy.
Ghetto and Ratchet. I like that song when Remy came in. I like hood niggas. I like. Hey. That's something I would have spit. The way Remy spit that shit, I was like, yo. That sounds like something I would have wrote on my paper. Like niggas with tattoos that eat it up like a vacuum. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
I like that song.
Like, that shit was dope. Yeah, they killed it. Both of them killed it. Connie Diamond. I've been following Connie Diamond. She killed it.
I've been following her for a minute. Everybody,
when
she got signed to Def Jam, I was like, oh, for real?
Yes, everybody doing their thing right now. Like, everybody's doing their thing.
A woman named Kitty Gatto.
Yeah.
I like her. I like her.
Shout out to her. She came to the office, right? And brought from our store and everything.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. When
I hit you on the gram again, Kitty, definitely.
That's a fact. I forgot about that.
Video went viral 1 million in one day. Yes, definitely. She doing her thing.
Yes.
She doing her thing.
I forgot. I pulled that. And when I mean I pulled that interview-wise. Yeah. Because she was walking past our office going to the studio.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't know who she was. And so I said something to her, and she came back to go to. Matter of fact, when she spoke, and she said her name was Red Rod. Yeah, that's crazy. She said her name,
and I said, I know who you are.
And then we looked on the gram, and I ran up to the studio behind her.
I bet you did.
To catch up with her because it was something with Kalia Clark on her gram.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, yo, I know Kalia Clark, blah, blah, blase, blah, bang, moopity, bang, bang. And
exactly. It was exactly like that.
And we got her on Kalia Clark show, the interview on Kalia Clark show. Yeah. That's how we pulled that one.
I met her back when I was going to D Chambers' show.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
And she performed at our event. At our event also, Evo. Evo, not Evo Lounge, but EVOL. Yeah. Downtown Manhattan, I believe that was.
Nice.
She performed for our event, which had like Hot 97 and all that shit there.
Dope. You know who I just saw that make some dope music too? When I went to go to the, I was at Polygon nightclub. And I saw,
that's in Williamsburg, yeah, for sure.
Yep.
We about to do something over there.
Nice.
Definitely.
Make sure I'm there.
Gotcha.
I saw, who I saw? Steph G. You ever heard of Steph G?
Oh, yeah. Holla. She gave out the ice cream on that day at the park and Tompkins Park and all that. Her people's. Yeah, definitely. She do her thing out here.
I like her music.
She moving around
I had
out here.
to tap in because I kept seeing her name everywhere. Steph G, Steph G, Steph G. I'm like, who is Steph G? So I'm like, you know what?
Steph G.
Let me look at her up. And then her music video was fire. Yeah. And then fast forward, I see her. I went there to go see Michael Rayleigh from Power because my cousins wanted to go see him. They was like, come on with us to the club. I'm like, okay, whatever. So then that's when she was just sitting there. I saw the red hair. I'm like, so I walked over there. I'm like, is that Steph G? I'm like, she waved. I'm like, hi. She's like, hi. And yeah, that was it. I didn't get the moment to speak to her and stuff. Who else do I think is dope? Anybody else on that?
So you were speaking of, let's speak about Lotto. Let's talk about
Lotto.
Sexy Red. You said JT. I threw in Spice Girls and Ice Spice.
JT, the Girl Code, they dope.
Girl Code, yes.
Oh no, Girl Code is dope.
Yes. Girl Code, yes. Right? I interviewed them before. JT is dope. I didn't
JT's from City Girls.
Right, but her music
she separated.
Alone,
they separated.
Like, okay, I'm pretty as a motherfucker. How say that I'm okay. I be like, are you okay?
Which one was in jail?
That one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
She came out and started spitting
the
that
other one was in Diddy. I mean, pause. Pause.
Diddy was in her.
Hey, yo.
Facts.
You know, on the.
Yeah, all right. So JT
is the winner. She's Uzi. Little Uzi.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one that threw the thing at Uzi at the awards?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
She's dope, though. I like her songs. She's a pretty dark-skinned woman. You got to represent for all the dark-skinned ladies coming out and killing it.
Hit that dark rain, huh?
I love it.
Let me say this. What? How do you feel about
I don't judge nobody based on their skin color.
How do you feel about dark-skinned women representation in the music industry or in show business period?
I feel like a lot more love is being shown. Like back in the days, I feel like you had to be like Hispanic or light skin or lighter skin complexion, and they'll get cast for music videos, or they'll get cast to be models, or they'll get cast to be seen in the forefront as an artist or as an actor or as anything, in the entertainment industry. I feel like now we get a little bit more exposure, especially within the music industry. And yeah, I feel like we still could work on the models, like a lot of having a dark skin model. We have some music videos with the African women and they pop out and they doing their thing. But yeah,
Africa is blowing up right now.
Yeah,
Yes.
they all on the forefront
there's
of
some
everything.
beautiful African women out
Thames.
there. Thames,
Yes.
I love Thames.
And she's Dawson,
Yeah.
chocolate,
Yeah.
glowy
Hello.
skin.
I remember
Yes.
that used to be exotic back in the days. It was like that Grace Jones syndrome. Like you see somebody dark, like it had to be
Tim don't look like
somebody
no Grace
that.
Jones.
But then, but back then they was thinking that was that exotic black type of thing. You know, she probably wasn't even African, but she had to play like an African person in the movie.
Yeah.
But she was really from London, England, and stuff like that, and had to.
But London still be be Africans though.
Via from there,
They still be African. When it comes like to Europe and like in these places, there's Africans. When they say black people, it's not talking about like the American black. They're talking about Africans because that is black also. They're talking about Africans and Africans that you gotta have Nigerians in France.
Yeah.
You gotta have a motherfucking person from the Congo in Russia.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken, one of those places threw out the Africans out of their place.
I remember
that. It was during the pandemic time.
Yeah.
Africans was being thrown out of a country, and so we're everywhere. Also, on that note,
but even the women, even like going into now, and they be like the dark skinned woman. What's her name? Lupita, something like that.
Lupita.
Yeah, she got like that dark skin. We gotta have somebody like her, and it's always like that one that they want to highlight. But I was like, there's a bunch of them that look like that. But you want
Issa Rae.
When I was young, I was addicted to the dark skinned girl.
Yeah.
So I could name them for you.
I
could name them. I could name them ones from the '90s, like off the top of my head. Erica Alexandra, Coco from SWV.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Coco.
What you call it used to be my chick too, Naomi Campbell. Used to be my chick
my sister's
also.
in love with her.
I messed with a lot of dark skinned women in my life. So let me just say that.
Though.
So
dark skinned women are attracted to lighter men are attracted to darker women.
When I was in prison, my area that I slept in, in the dorm, I forgot what they call it. And then when you in the dorm, because I was in '94, I was in Washington Correctional, and it was in a dorm. But my section where I slept at, it was all dark skinned women, and I know it's funny. They're slipping me now, but all the dark skinned women that existed, like I loved. Even people that made themselves lighter, like Kerry Washington was dark skinned at a certain point.
Get out of here.
I'm just saying. Maybe I'm bugging out, and
maybe the camera's doing something to him.
Yeah, it might be the makeup. But there was a time that she was dark skinned.
You got Nia Long.
I would call her brown skin.
Yeah,
brown.
Yeah. But yeah, I liked dark skinned women, and Grace Jones. For her time, a lot of dudes was into her. Like, she was like huge. Usually when you see like a white couple, it's usually a dark-skinned woman. I mean, a dark-skinned man or woman that they are attracted to.
Yeah.
Like, you really, well, I'm not going to say you rarely see, because you see a lot of light-skinned men too, or light-skinned women dealing with white people too. Yeah. That's common also. But a lot of times when other races deal with black people, they usually deal with the dark skin, or the most fairest one. Also, it's usually those type.
My friends used to think I would end up with a white man. I'm
Did
not
you?
playing. I didn't end up
She said no.
I had a crush on a white guy when I was in high school.
Oh,
he is Albanian. He know who he is.
Albanian.
Wow, he know who he is.
You know what's funny?
The teacher even tried to hook us up together.
He probably got that Lambo or something now,
Albanian
right?
is I'm saying this like jokingly, but Albanian is like black.
Yeah, he acted black, dressed black. That's why.
A lot of women.
You can't be all the way. I need you to have some type of spicy system.
Albanian is like the black of the Russians. They're Muslim. A lot of them be Muslim, and a lot of the women have features like black women.
Yeah.
I used to sit next to an Albanian woman in when I was in college, and we was like 21, and she had a body like a black girl, lips full, all that. It's a different type of white, and as I said, most of them are Muslim, and so they different. They different. They have a very black energy. I can't explain that, but they have a black energy.
I understand.
But yeah, dark skin. I think all colors go through phases.
Yeah.
Like there was a time when everybody was like really, really light skinned, and everybody was into the light skin, like the Ice-T era. You know what I mean? The LL Cool J
the light skinned niggas are women.
What's his name? With the light eyes. Not
the Christopher
Howard.
Williams?
Yeah, Christopher Williams. What's the other nigga? What's the other light skinned nigga? Albie Shores.
Whole bunch of light
that was big.
Yeah.
But then the Bobby Brown, Ricky Bell era
the
went.
Johnny Gill, the Keith Sweat.
The Johnny Gill, the Keith Sweat. Then they went to the Nino Browns. You know what I mean? So it goes through phases. And right now, I think it's kind of like the old days now. I think that a lot of dark skin and light skin are winning.
Yeah.
I think they're winning. Brown skin people are getting no rhythm no more. You know what I mean? They consider us
regular.
But let me say this: they consider us light. So
the light skin.
We actually fall into that. I don't. Light skin to me is a certain complexion.
The fairer skin.
Yeah. I'm definitely not light skin.
Yeah,
I'm fully blunt complexion. Whatever color the blunt is.
I'm looking back with a show ahead.
Whatever the blunt is, that's the color I am.
That's the color.
But yeah, man. Today, we smoked some weed.
Whoa.
And we're having our. This is the time in the show where we do our weed review. And yes, it's only been happening because I've been getting free weed. Review only works when I get free weed.
It tastes better when it's free.
If you want your bud reviewed,
yes,
on here, honestly, because you cannot pay me enough, 10 G's. You cannot pay me enough to give you a positive score. Unless you got 10,000. A positive score. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're going to be truthful until the under them table money get useful.
He can round too.
So right now we're honest. We're not on our Funk Master Flex shit.
Nah.
But in a few months, we might be.
Yeah.
So we're gonna discuss this weed, and it is like the cousin of Snow Caps, which we reviewed 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
And so this is, I believe the guy said it's called Green Snow Cap or Green Gold Snow Cap.
Green Gold.
Yeah. So the weed was literally gold. It had sparkles of gold. Like, it looked like
a unicorn shitted it out.
It looked like brown cocaine. It looked like brown fish scale.
Yeah, it did.
It looked like brown fish scale. Yeah. That's real fish scale.
Real fish scale.
It looked like
crystally
the weed version of that, and it was like gold, literally gold. I don't know if the Wizard of Oz was in that motherfucker. I don't know what was going on. But it literally, when you broke it up, the
the
gold was there.
Yeah.
And when you smoked it, the ash had little crystals on the ash. I actually was smoked it before I smoked it with you. And so we're going to tell you how we feel about it. So I'm going to start with Rod first.
Yes. Let me start off by saying it looks good. It really looks good. It looks like something that you don't even want to take out of the jar. Yeah. But the way you describe it, break up everything, the gold on it, it looks so pretty. I smoked it. It smokes alright. Smokes alright. It didn't give me a good kick in the butt like anything else out here, but the look and the taste, it was a smooth taste. So it wasn't like I was it was a smooth taste. I say I give it like a strong 6.5. A strong 6.5, and I would smoke it again. Definitely. Yeah.
My opinion.
What you gotta say, man?
My friend gave me the weed, so I'm gonna be respectful, and it was decent weed. No disrespect. It was decent weed. I appreciate the brother part of me who gave it to me. Right. I'm gonna say, and when it comes to the look, the look reminded me of a purple haze-ish type of look, but it wasn't that color, but it kind of had that formation of bud, and the way the bud looked, it looked like old school haze from Dykeman.
Who going up there? Who going up top?
Now you just gotta imagine that look, gold though.
Gold.
Right? And it had like, it was pretty. One of the most prettiest weeds I've seen in a long time. Almost to the point that you don't want to smoke it. You know? I was thinking I could make $1 million off this. Because the look. The look. All right. So, it smelled I like the smell.
Yes.
Also, when I smoked the pull, it was decent. It tastes good. It tastes good. But the euphoric side of it wasn't heavy for me. It got me right. I could smoke regular weed and get right though.
Yeah.
But it got me happily right. Pause. That sounded crazy.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to give it between a 6, 7. I'm going to rate it. It's somewhere between there. The snow cap, which came from the same person, was much better. We told you that. I gave it an 8, 9.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Yeah, so the cousin of the snow cap wasn't as good as the first. The snow cap was fire, but the gold was alright. It was alright.
Go get that snow cap.
Yeah. So
powdered donuts are usually better than the cinnamon donuts. You know how that goes.
Not true.
Yeah.
I am
you like the cinnamon man?
I'm a cinnamon man. I like the plain donut the most.
Yeah, the plain
donut. But my second is definitely the cinnamon.
Like
the powder is chopped up last.
You take a chocolate or whatever.
I like powder small donuts.
Yeah, the small ones. Yeah, definitely.
More than I like powder,
not the big
Ediment size.
Yeah,
nah.
You know what I mean? I'm not a fan of the. I like the smaller ones. Pause.
Yeah.
So also, man, for my people that watch movies. Oh, let me just say this. This is hot off the press.
Oh.
I'm throwing a movie night.
Nice.
Yes.
Coming up on September something. I believe it's September 7th. September 7th.
Yes.
We're throwing it's called Smoke Screens. And we will be featuring the movie Monkey Man. It's a new movie that just came out a couple of months ago. It's some boxing shit.
Oh.
But it's crazy though. It's called Monkey Man. It's new. I was gonna go Friday the 13th, but I know a lot of people. I wanted a movie that more likely that nobody really seen, but that was good. That was good because the reviews was crazy on it. So we're doing that. That's on September 7th. We're gonna have popcorn for sale. We're gonna have cotton candy, LQ, food, and all that. And it's definitely smoke screens. So we're gonna have a couple of 420 situations, 420 situations going on. Tickets is only $10. I think I'm gonna do something like $12 tickets. You get a bag of popcorn, something like that. So it's gonna be crazy. I just had to say that.
Sounds like a dope night.
It's gonna be a great night.
Ebony J will be there.
Okay. But yeah, so we doing that. What made me go into that? What I was going into something because of that, huh?
Something about a movie going on?
No, that's what made me go into that. Just say that. Oh yeah. So, if you're into the Marvel movies, I'm getting older. I've been smoking weed for a long time, so my bad. Let me bring it back. We was talking about the new Marvel movie coming out.
Yeah.
I believe it's the Avengers. It's the Avengers.
Yeah, it's the Avengers.
And it's going to
Dr. Doom.
And what it is it was supposed to be the main villain was supposed to be Kang.
Yes.
The black dude that got caught running away from the white accuser.
Major.
Yeah.
That's his
Major.
name. Yeah.
Still don't think that he did anything to catch a felony.
Exactly.
So, but that dude, he was supposed to be the star of this movie. And so, since he got wrapped up in that, they made a new villain. It's going to be Dr. Doom. And the person playing Dr. Doom
is
Robert Downey Jr.
He had a contract as Iron Man in the same
I don't get it. I'm not going front.
That's why so much controversy behind it, because they like, nobody get it.
That's super whack.
Nobody get it.
But then again, they did this already.
To a lot of the guy Captain America. If I'm not mistaken, the Captain America dude played somebody else.
He was Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So they did that already.
They did a couple.
You know what I mean? Super whack, super duper whack. But yeah. He's playing Dr. Doom. I am upset over that. And Robert Downey Jr. been to prison. Like, he been to prison, not jail. He was in prison.
Oh, wow.
So, and scandal after scandal. If you don't know young Robert Downey Jr., young Robert Downey Jr. was on some stuff, literally. You know what I mean? Allegedly. But yeah, so super whack. Let's talk about the Olympics. The Olympics just happened, man. I mean, the Olympics is happening.
It's happening.
It's
happening.
It's happening in France. One of the most dirtiest places in Paris.
Had to go there with your own brew.
Yeah, I gotta say it, man. The home of the bed bugs.
Oh no!
So it's happening in France. Snoop Doggy Dogg is there.
Everybody.
He's going crazy. Ed wanted me to talk about Simone Biles. What she's been doing?
She's breaking records.
She's been breaking records.
Tell them, girl.
She has a world record for having 6 medals. She has 6 medals, 6 gold medals. No, like 3 or 4 gold medals, 2 bronze, and then 1 silver. So I hope I did my math right for that.
Hope you did. We gotta check you on it later. Though.
Yeah,
it's okay.
They're gonna fact check you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna lie to you.
Point blank, she basically just broke a world record for having the most wins in the Olympics. She's doing her thing. I'm proud of her. Black girls rock. Yes.
Oh yeah, it's definitely Black Girls Rock.
I'm ready to see what Sha'Carri does.
Oh,
go ahead,
she
girl.
Doing her thing. She breaking records even more.
Gonna break some more.
I've been watching Sha'Carri since before
Who's
she went
Sha'Carri, the runner?
Yes, I've been watching her before she went to college. But I was like, this girl's amazing.
Yeah.
Was that the girl that was beefing?
With
like in the past, like she got mad at something. I forgot what happened. And she they kind of had her under the microscope on the news for saying something or doing something. I forgot.
Yeah, then they try to wrap her up.
And then she lost
the
next race. But then after that, she wins the next race like faster than she did it before.
Yeah.
So I know what you're talking about.
Definitely.
And
these women
and so Olympics is going on. I'm not really a fan of the Olympics. The Olympics is cool. I think that it's overrated. I really don't care about what these other athletes in these other places are doing.
You don't want to know about that these people trained for 4 years before they did this, and they want to prove to the world that they can do it better than somebody else that's been doing the same thing.
I'm not
the competitiveness.
I'm not in no way a nationalist.
Got you.
And so I don't care if the USA wins or loses. I don't care.
I care about the people that's doing it.
And but they treat the people so if you know the history of the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
Like what was the famous black runner? And they do they all
Carl Lewis.
They do their shit up like, you know what I mean? Like they was treated not like their white counterparts. So I really don't care.
When have we been treated?
Yeah, so around the world they treat us bad around the world. So and if you know anything about France,
they love the bad guy.
France people are funny. And you gotta, sometimes a lot of people don't study the world perspective like for black people. Mm-hmm. The world perspective is kind of ill because you be thinking like it's just America. But there's other places that don't like black people either.
Right.
So you will go through, like if I'm not mistaken, they had a fashion show in France recently, and Destiny's Child, Kelly Rowland, was walking up the stairs, and she got into beef with the lady, the security of
because she wanted to rush up the steps and all that.
And I was saying, if I'm not mistaken, that was in France.
Oh wow.
They are, there's exceptions to the rule. So I'm not gonna say all, but they kind of be looking at us kind of crazy. If you ain't an artist popping, like
if your name ain't world renowned,
they not fucking with you.
Fuck with you.
Yeah, because they'll kiss your ass if you wrote a deep book,
exactly,
or drew a picture of Mickey Mouse.
If Oprah didn't endorse you,
if you ain't in a Sistine Chapel,
that's it.
Your painting ain't in a Sistine Chapel or something. They don't respect you. Right. And so you got to be something like James Baldwin or something to get respect over there. So, I really don't care about the Olympics. And, and no matter where they go, it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah.
We're going to get ready to close out. But, one of the things I would also like to say to the peoples is that we need y'all to tap in to everything that we got going on. The Hangout is putting out a lot of content. We're staying on top. Oh, pardon self. I'm bugging out.
What's going on?
That's the weed. So I might have to go up on my rating to a 7.5. Because I know.
You just lost it?
Yeah. In my mind, I have this plan right here, but I forgot that it's Ebony J here, and she's the guest. My mind was just like, it was just groovy. We just grooving.
Ride the bus.
You know what I mean? I kind of like, oh shit. So, no. We got Ebony motherfucking J in the building. We gotta re-spark the power. I gotta get in my Ultimate Warrior shit.
Shake the rope, pause.
Right? All right, so Ebony J, man.
Yes.
Talk to me about your podcast, The Purpose Radio Show and Podcast.
Oh, this is the first time you got it right.
Yes.
What was I gonna say? So the Purpose Radio Show and Podcast is a podcast that I started about, I'm gonna say 5-6 years ago. When I first started as an artist, when I was 18, I got a tattoo that I wanted to be meaningful for me. So I was thinking about things that's gonna be meaningful. I was thinking about sayings that I could say, and I put together turn pain into purpose, and I got it tatted. That was my first tat ever, and it means whatever pain you've been through, whatever's going on in your life, just make it your purpose to do better and be better. So I always felt like my purpose was music and to help inspire everybody to be great. So I started The Purpose Radio Show and Podcast with Ebony J. And that's where the name comes from. And so turn pain into purpose is my motto. The Purpose Radio Show and Podcast is the podcast. Pain and Purpose is my music albums. Until it get popping, that's going to always be my music album. Mm-hmm. Pain and Purpose 1, Pain and Purpose 2. But, until it get popping. And that's basically just my motto and what it stands for. And that's basically what it's all about. So the Purpose Radio Show and Podcast is where I interview actors, actresses, artists, entrepreneurs, anybody that's doing something great within the industry, you know what I'm saying? Or the upcoming artists as well. You got to shout out the upcoming artists and get them as they're coming up. See, I feel like sometimes I see the future. Like I see the upcoming artists before they actually get popping, or I reach them before they actually get to the next level. So I feel like maybe that's me being an artist as well. I could sense it and like hear good music and be like, okay, you're going to do something with that. But so
you put a Dev I one.
Hello.
You know when I put me on to Dev I.
Mm-hmm. Hello, and look what happened like a year later.
Before he goes into his stratosphere.
Yeah.
You definitely called that one. You also pulled. Was it Piff James? What's the dude name?
Jones.
Piff Jones.
Yeah.
Also.
I interviewed him real early, like 2016.
Yeah, you definitely. Caught a person before they went.
Even Lola Brooke, that's before the song came out.
And you had here? What's the dudes that be with Fresher? The big one, Kaki Kai. You definitely was on that before he went into his world.
Like I was at the Baby concert before the Baby blew up. I was at Dusty Locane before. I didn't even know who Dusty Locane was. I was just sitting in the audience seeing him perform. I'm like, oh, okay, cool music. I like it. Dope. He blew up. Also, I do media coverage of events. So if there's events happening, like single releases, album releases, I'll go there. I do media coverage, really freestyles, Hot 97 events, Legion Group invites me to events. Thank you to Legion Group. Shout out to everybody out there. And shout out to my friends that always include me in things. I was supposed to be at this panel for entrepreneurs, but I did disappointment. I wasn't able to make that, but I felt like that would have been really good. Women in music, panels, Jocelyn Rivera. I worked with her when, I was about to say Hernandez. She ain't no Jocelyn Hernandez. So I had a good thing I caught that. But Jocelyn Rivera, I was working with her really early on. And she would have me interview. She was doing all the behind the scenes, and she just basically wanted somebody to do the interviews for her. So I would do the interviews. I interviewed like Mike G. He was a part of our Future before they came out. While they was out and stuff that. I interviewed Mama Jones with Jack Thriller.
That's one of my DTF sisters.
Yes.
Shout out to Mama Jones.
Mama Jones is dope. recently
Marcy Projects.
Recently got a drop from Jim Jones. I told him that I was like, I interviewed your mother. He was like, oh, that's so good. They gave me a nice drop. I was like, thank you for that. Even though he didn't seem like he was in the mood, but
Who's some of the people you got drops from through these years?
Let me think. My most recent drop was Jen Carter. That's the girl I was showing you earlier. That's the group. Jim Jones, Kai Baby. I feel like I gotta look through my phone. Billy B, Young Devin. I had a conversation with Lola Book, but I didn't get a drop from her. The Girl Code.
You be on your stuff.
Let me think. If I'm out there and I like it, I'm saying, hey. Sometimes I'm quiet, but sometimes I be like, hey, it's Ebony J. I like your music. Come give me an interview, baby.
Hey.
She be having her backdrop with her cameraman on deck. Always. Matter of fact, you're the only one that had a cameraman come out to the live last week.
Yeah.
To take pictures.
Yeah, me and Preach, we knew each other for a long time. Like, he just been one of them consistent guys that always, like, been on my side. We would do, like, photo shoots together. When he first got his camera, we'll always take pictures and do photo shoots. And now he's verified on Instagram, and he's doing his own thing. But he had an event earlier. I think he was in Staten Island. He came from Staten Island to our event, to your event. And basically just did some videos. You saw he came in, it was like ching 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 ching.
I just saw pictures. I just saw the flash.
Yeah,
I'm like, where did the flash come from?
I saw the flash too. I'm like, oh, he's here. I didn't know where he was at. I didn't know where to look at.
He definitely came exactly on time for your interview. And so he just started flicking it up automatically. Pong, 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 from the door.
Yeah, right.
I didn't even know who he was. I just saw the camera going on. He came straight in. I was like, I thought that was your guest cameraman. He's like, nah, I don't know who that is.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so you definitely
Molly Hayes, Kaki Ka. Who else? Yeah, I got some dope people. Tons of photos with Davies for the album release and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
But I don't have
But
I was supposed to get that interview because I asked him, but then hey, you know when you leave out the spot and then everybody be around you, so time happened. But yeah, I wanted to get an interview with Nino Brown too. What?
If Nino Brown, I was gonna ask you who you want to get an interview with Nino Brown. Wesley Snipes. She's gonna she wants to interview Wesley
with you and your Rockweiler.
Yeah, she want an interview.
I meant to say Nino Man.
Cash Money Brothers.
Nino Man.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nino Man.
Yeah, I tried to get him like years ago. I tried to interview him.
Oh, in the last brother
I just recently met him though, so. When I meet him again, we'll see what happens, you know. I just like people that's like authentic, that rap, got a story to tell. They can sing, have a beautiful voice. I met some nice singers out there. So, yeah, anybody that's, like I said, anybody doing something positive, anybody that's making great music, anybody that's spreading the word, interview just anybody that's doing something great, I would like to interview them.
If you could,
part of my show.
Who would your top 3 interviews? If you could interview 3 people on your wish list, who would them 3 people be?
Okay, I'm gonna say Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
This is off the top of the dome, so Nicki Minaj, Fabulous. I want to make sure. All right, I'm gonna say. Damn, I have 3 more people.
Give me so who is
one more.
I want to hear who.
I'm saying Jay-Z, Jadakiss, Dave East.
Okay.
Dave East,
he in the hood.
She's been a Dave East fan for a while, man. She's been a Dave East fan for a while. The Jay-Z one, why Jay-Z?
Well, I feel like he's a pioneer in hip hop. He figured out a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, he started off in Marcy Projects. He started rapping. He started a label. He's now a billionaire. He has other companies. He supports other artists, and just a dope conversation with him. Like figure out how he did it and how I can help myself do it. And another way, not to copy his platform or his growth or his way of doing it, but just have a simple conversation. I feel like he'll sit down, I'll sit down, and we'll have a simple conversation of him being real and just talking about what happened. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for nothing. I just want to sit down and have a one-on-one conversation back and forth. Him just dropping knowledge, basically. Mm-hmm. Same with Nikki,
You wouldn't think the interview with Nikki, you don't think y'all be catty? Because women be kind of catty with each other.
But those are two different types of women. I'm not that type of woman. Be catty for what? I'm all about growing with one another, for supporting one another, for being there for one another, learning one another. That's when it's competition, feeling like it's competition needed. Ain't no competition over here. Nikki's the queen. I'm trying to get there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no need to be catty. Ain't no need to be petty. We ain't fucking the same man. Ain't no like, ain't no reason to do it.
Yo, we ain't in the battle.
Excuse my language.
Is there ever a time that you do an interview and like it's not going according to plan? Like you have this idea of what the interview supposed to be and it goes left.
Mm-hmm. I guess not really. I haven't had no one where completely went totally left. I mean, I may get off with a couple answers and stuff. If anything, I'll just cut the interview short or try to fix it. I'm Miss Nice Guy, so I'll try to
Miss Nice Guy,
make it nice before it get any further than getting spicy.
As a woman in an industry, how do men treat you? Like within this industry, how do men be around you when it comes to doing business, whether it be the MC, whether it be the manager, whether it be somebody you're doing business with? How is your interaction with men in this industry? Because a lot of women say that it's harder for a woman in this industry, and the fact of men are hitting on them. Dudes is, if they only help when they want something. If they don't get that, they don't want to help you. That type of vibe is what a lot of women say. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I feel like maybe the way I speak or the way I talk, it's like I stand on business, so I'm about business. Obviously, this is not on to go on that, but some guy told me he wanted to be my personal trainer. Nice thing he's talking about. He wants some ass. So he got mad at him because he's like, like the way he kept saying it, I had to curse him out in a nice way because I'm nice. He like, why? What's wrong? I'm like, well, it seemed like all you care about is ass. And then that's when he totally went off to the next, because he like, oh, you just get off a flight. I know those seats are tight. You got an ass massage waiting for you. I said, excuse me.
This is your personal trainer is saying this.
Yeah, wow. That's what else he said. Yeah, you probably don't want an ass massage from me anyway. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is up with you, an ass, yo? I know I got a fat ass, but calm the fuck down.
That type of dude.
That doggy too hype. But yeah, that's a total another thing. This is besides me doing the music thing. This is like outside me just being Ebony, not Ebony J. You know what I'm saying? But for Ebony J, I feel like the way I speak, the way I talk, the mannerism that I have, people take me seriously. I feel like, yes, there is some guys, like artists, primarily, that flirt a little bit. And people that, just... sometimes people don't want to work with you because they feel you're not as higher, you're not in that position yet. They see the numbers. They're like, oh, she ain't there yet. I don't need to work with her yet. Once those numbers start coming in, that's when people see they want to work with you more. It's like everything is about numbers. We live in a world where social media is here.
That's a fact.
It's about numbers, it's about charting, it's about facts, it's about streams, it's about this, it's about that. what can, like you said, what can you offer me and what can I offer you? And a lot of people don't want to work. People got to see the vision. Some people don't see the vision.
A lot of people don't see the vision.
A lot of people don't see the vision. That's why sometimes I fall off a little bit. But everybody's like, okay, how much am I going to get paid for this?
What?
Every time they're like, okay, well, how much am I going to get paid? You want me to do this for how long? Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, some people like, back in my little days, somebody like, oh, you look sexy. I'm like, boy, you better stop because you look sexy too. You know, that's flirting at. But that was like one time.
That's one time.
Yeah. But
that you gonna mention.
You get different interactions with different men. A lot of men definitely jump in my inbox all the time. A lot of men, I feel like the new flirting is like looking at people's stories and liking their stories,
ghost follower,
liking their pictures and stuff like that.
So I'm flirting with a lot of people.
To you, just
I'm flirting with
like in your story. Don't even like nothing but your story.
With a lot of people, I do that. It's not a deep thought though. It is that.
Or maybe it's just me. I don't know.
No, that's deep. That a person may think that if you're liking, there's people. Let me say this. There are women who I like their stuff because they said something or they put up something. But if they're a picture woman, like they just put up pictures, then you may get a lot of likes from me because it's pictures. So
right,
I'm like,
right.
But I never take it further. I don't go. It don't go from me doing likes to me going to their DM.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, but I could see where a person may think a lot of people, male and female, if your significant other was liking another person's picture a lot, they may consider that a form of flirting. I can see that. I can see that, and yeah, I can see that. But no, let me let's transfer into your music. Okay. You've been doing music for a minute. I met you through the music. I actually met you on Parie's show. She was interviewing you. Your song, you had the LL Cool J song at the time.
Brooklyn.
Right?
Brooklyn.
And that's where I met you. Younger Ab, he was like this big. And I'm gonna say this. For the first time, me and you seemed very excited about doing music. I think you only had one song at that time. And you had more music? Mm-hmm. It seems like...
I had like snippets.
Okay. So it seemed like you didn't have that much music. And you really was trying to do this music thing. That's my first impression of you. And you was very much like steam train forward. This is what I want to do. And so the Brooklyn song was the song that you was pushing. I think she actually had you rhyming on air also.
Maybe. A lot of people had me doing things. I don't even remember.
I forgot to, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think she asked you to flow at DTF radio. But that's my first time seeing you. You was very excited about doing music. So tell me about your musical journey.
I love music ever since I was a child. Like, ever since I was a child, I just loved music. It was something I was interested in. I'll put on little talent shows for my family at Thanksgiving. Me and my cousin do stuff with me. I'm like, come on, let's do a talent show. And even back to high school, I wish people was on their telephones like they was now, like back in high school, like back to banging on the tables, me freestyling, I wish motherfucker just recorded me and do that. I actually made a song about Obama being president when he came out. Yep, it was like O-B-A-M-A, O-B-A-M-A, Obama. It was.
I was in prison during that time, but I understand.
It was like a school project or some shit. We won, of course, because I always bring things back to music. What else? I always loved music ever since I was younger. I think my mother always played X Factor by Lauryn Hill, so I always knew the ending of the song. Cry for me, cry for me. And that was always stuck in my head. But yeah, I love music ever since I was younger. I decided to finally take it seriously in 2016. That was when I was in college. I thought college would be, I was taking communications, and then I took marketing. I thought marketing would be teaching me like marketing and music. I misunderstood the major. So it didn't teach me marketing and music, so I dropped out. Well, I said I'm going to take a little break. And when I did, that's when I started to take music more seriously. I was working 2 jobs. When I get off my 2 jobs, I would go straight to the studio, be in the studio till 5 a.m. in the morning. I had a song called 5 a.m., and you probably never heard that.
I did hear that.
So I was playing Monster for somebody the other day, the Meek Mill.
I heard all your songs. I heard all them songs at that time because you actually had me playing those songs during the time of your podcast for the beginning of your show.
Yeah, yeah. So it definitely was a more hunger there when I first started.
You were super hyped back then too.
I was
super duper hyped. Fast forward,
yeah.
You was like this, yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah, you was definitely hyperactive.
Yeah, I calmed down. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, you did. Definitely did.
Yeah.
You definitely did.
Yeah, I was way more hype in high school. I was the loudest one in high school. I had the loudest voice. I was just loud, boisterous. But as I got older, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always liked music, so of course I went through my thing. I recorded the Brooklyn music video. That's like my best video at hand because the quality of the video is so good. My videographer moved to LA on me. If I felt like I would have had him and been more consistent with the music, more consistent with the music videos, probably would have been there. If I didn't have 3 Instagrams, one got hacked, one got reported, one got deleted. Like, I felt like my followers, if I had that same followers from 2016 growing on to here, I would have had my followers up. But things happen, and you know, you gotta just keep pushing. Like I said, when I walk in the building, people still know my name, so that's what matters. It's like a respect thing. Like I may not have that much followers, I may not have much likes, but at least you know who I am. You know who I am through doing music, or you know who I am through doing media. Either way, you know the name, you know the brand. So that's what's up.
Describe your sound musically to our audience.
My sound is very versatile, so I could give you hip hop, I could get like real bars, real rap, telling a life story, telling everything that I rap about. I write about my life story. I write about me, so you get a sense of who Ebony J is and where I come from, where I'm going, and what I'm currently doing and what I'm doing in life right now. So it's like real rap. So if you want to hear like somebody like a female spitting and not all the bubblegum rap, you'll be able to hear me and where I come from and stuff. I also have a song called Hood and Classy. That's the one for like the girls that want to shake their ass and want to get more hype. The guys even like it because you know that's one of the, yeah, that's the song for the guys because that's the one that's so nasty and me talking all freaky and shit. They like that shit. They like, oh shit, I didn't know you had this in you. As soon as you open up the music video, you open the music video, you see some big ass titties, you're like, oh shit, let me watch the rest of this.
That's the way you get them with the Drake cover.
Yeah, that's the, yeah. So that's Hood and Classy right now. I Gotta Make It. I feel like that song is self-explanatory, talking about how I gotta make it. My song Game is where it's like 50 Cent in the intro, and then that's me being the more hyper ad that you were talking about, where I'm just going hard. Monster, I'm just going hard. There's some songs where I'm just going hard. You see the growth within my music and how where I was when I first started in 2016 to where I am now, and how I've grown and what I do.
Have you ever did music with someone else?
Yes.
Like been someone else being on your a verse or something?
Not a verse, but a song.
Okay.
Singing, and then me rapping. That song came out in about COVID, so COVID happened, so we never got the opportunity to record it or to do anything about it. But when I did plan my own tour in DC, we got the opportunity to perform it in front of a crowd. So I have footage of like that song. That's one of my favorite songs. I feel like I'll play it for you guys after we get off air. But yeah, and I definitely want to work with people. That's my goal for the next music that I put out. I want to work with people. I don't want to say who it is. I told you over here already. But it's some people that I want to work with. Hopefully I get my money up so I can get a collab with somebody dope. And yeah, I definitely just want to have some new music come out for you guys.
I think some of the people, you don't even need no having no money up. Like you got relationships with certain people that I think they would just do the music with you.
Yeah. Definitely.
Where do you see your musical expression in the next year or so?
In the next year or so, I should have I would love to have some new music out. I should have new music out. A new project, Painted Purpose. I want to have a better career. Hopefully I'm back to performing, getting myself back out there, doing live videos or more videos, and bringing more attraction to my name and my brand and what's going on. So that's what I like to see myself in the next 2 years musically. More music, more shows, more attraction, more fun, more love, more supporters.
You sidebar, you supposed to be starting your podcast back up again.
Yes.
So you should let the people know what they should be expecting from the new podcast on S.STREET Media, one of them.
Yes.
You're supposed to be doing multiple.
Yes. So I'm doing, I'm returning to podcast more frequently. I want to put it, at first I said I wanted to have one episode a week, but it may seem like I may be doing a little bit more than that. I'm going to have 2 episodes a week. I'm trying to get out there. I'm going to be on S.STREET Media back with Math and the S.STREET Media team. What's up, Rod? We out here. S.STREET Media returns. Ebony J returns.
Facts.
So,
I'm going to take Ebony on tour with me again.
Hey, it's lit.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. She went with us to Connecticut.
You know what? I fucked up on a good interview, too.
Oh, that was a big.
If I would have stayed like that guy wanted me to stay.
Who was that? Don't say nothing. That was 22 G's.
Yes, it was. I should have stayed downstairs when he wanted me to stay. But they wouldn't leave y'all.
Boogie Black was there too.
Boogie Black was on the stage.
Yeah,
shout out to Boogie Black.
Shout out to Boogie Black who's locked up right now.
Black, man.
You know what I mean? We're gonna be putting some things together to help him with his bail. But Boogie Black is good. Talk to him this week.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave the information for Boogie Black on Instagram this week. So if you wanna write him, his information will be on our S.STREET Media page and my Style by Poverty page. So if you want to write Boogie Black. He needs your support. So, you're coming back to S.STREET Media.
Yes, I'm coming back to S.STREET Media. I'm going to be doing my thing. The Purpose for Their Show and podcast with Ebony J. It's going to be a little different setup.
And what's the second podcast?
The second thing that I'm doing is still going to be Ebony J. I'm going to do bars with Eb. I'm going to do Purpose, where basically you got to spit some bars while you're with Eb, you know? I may do Brunch with Eb, where I'm throwing brunch items at you and you got to freestyle off those brunch items. That's a throwback of what I used to do when I first started radio. And I'm going to be doing a radio show with one of my old friends. He wants to work together on a show, so we're going to do that. He has a studio, a recording studio. So he said he wants to bring more familiarity to his recording studio, and he wants me to do the podcasting. So, yeah, when he has the equipment, we're going to make this thing work. We're going to see how it goes. So, yeah, it's going to be Ebony J 2 times a week. Stay tuned. Ebony J Hey on Instagram, EBONY, the letter J, HHY, that's me. And I'm still going to be like, hey, it's Ebony J. And you guys but stay tuned for everything that's going on.
That's a fact.
Hey.
So,
I like this. I like being
if a person wanted to listen to any of your music or catch up on any of your podcasts, what do they have to do?
type Ebony J on Instagram. All of my music is actually on Apple Music and Spotify. If you type Ebony J on there's Ebony space J. It's not Ebony J put together. Ebony EBONY space J. You can say Ebony J Brooklyn on YouTube if you want to listen to the music video or see the music video that I have. It got shots of all of Brooklyn. It got shots of Barclays, and we actually shot some in my house, but it don't look like a house. It looks like a classic house party. So that's what's up. You can listen to you can see my interviews. I interviewed Savannah Christina. She's dope. I believe she's out in California, but I caught her when she came to New York, and she we had on the same pants, so we just vibed out.
Oh, true.
And I was like, oh, she was a sweetheart. She's a dope singer. So I got a lot of dope videos on my page. Go to Ebony J on YouTube. You're gonna see a pink icon. That's gonna be me, and you click it. It has all my interviews, and then Ebony J playlist. Go to music, and you see a whole list of all my music videos, everything that's done. So Ebony J music, over 17 music videos and music that I've done in my life. So check it out. If you want to see the stuff that I did with people, Apple Music, check it out. If you want to listen to me on your way to work, Spotify, check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
Hey, overall, where they can find you at?
You can find me on Instagram at Get Fed Records. You can find me on Facebook at Get Fetty.
And you can find me on Instagram at Style by Poverty. You can make sure you follow S.STREET Media on all platforms. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on YouTube. Just Google S.STREET Media.
And it'll pop up first.
Yeah, we got a lot of things going on. Also, like, comment, subscribe. Don't be a ghost follower. Don't be a ghost rider. Nicolas Cage.
You don't need that.
As MF.
You already know.
And make sure you anything that we spoke about, that you gotta something to say. Write in the comments.
We return the comment. We hit you back.
You can even DM us on Instagram, whatever. It doesn't matter. Stay tapped in. Again, rest in peace to Woody Wood.
Yes.
And we are out of here.
We are out.
Peace.
Ebony J. Peace, guys.
Ebony J. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey. Ebony J. S.STREET Media.